Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish, and welcome back to episode 41 of Betrayal in Antara. I can't believe that we are stuck this far in. Thank you. Whether this is your first episode being with me, or if you have been here the entire time, either way, I appreciate you being part of the adventure, because an adventure it has certainly been. And we are now in the home stretch because Chapter 9, I believe, is gonna be the last one. Y'all seem to indicate that, and also, of course, our skill cap has increased to 100, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be it. So, we need to raise that too. Man, we don't have any other spells to study right now, but there'll be some, I'm sure. They're going to get there. I'm interested to see, like, what we get before we get to the end. But since folks have assured me that, like, Episode 9 is not going to be just over and done with right away, I guess, this being what it is, I was saving these, but I feel like since I don't know for sure now how much time we've got left with them, I'm going to go ahead and use those to increase his magic. We're going to hang on to that just because I don't know if we'll need it again. We've saved up a lot of stuff, though. I am excited to see what happens next, so let's go ahead, and here we go into Lord Sheffield's castle. See some folks up here already. It looks like some bandits, perhaps, or mercenaries. Oop, okay, and we can fight them, so... Alright. Time to get started. Ooh. Archery projectile 1. This guy's got 80. Interesting. But this is just pirate, and this is also pirate, not pirate archer. So, it looks like maybe they do have different stat blocks. Either that or her assessment check is, like, failed on this guy. She can't tell as much. And that guy is just pirate archer. Okay, well, we're gonna have to pin both of these dudes down then. Oh, here we go. One of our new spells, Choking Cloud. Check out that little animation. For 5 phases, creates a ring of choking gas around the caster, does 1 poison damage at the start of every phase, and reduces defense, melee, archery, and spell accuracy by 10%. Okay, so it's also a mild debuff. Okay, and it goes up by 1 phase duration each time that we increase the spending cost by 1 stamina. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad. I believe that we also researched... Is it going to be here? I thought that we researched another spell that was poison-based. I mean, I know we got metabolic stasis. Oh, there it is, purification. Okay, I forgot which one it was. Reduces poison by 1%. Reduces casters or allies' poison percentage by 1 point per point spent. Okay, so reduce poison by 30%. That sheds a little bit of light on how the game actually deals with poison, if it counts it as, like, how poisoned you are. Okay. Well, for now, let's take advantage of the opportunity while we have it. I'm going to see what these guys can do. And we're going to keep spamming things like Hotfoot in order to make sure that we get some more spell accuracy practice in. I don't want to 1 and 2 these guys like I'm not taking them seriously, but we don't know what they can do because they're kind of new enemies. I've never seen pirates with blue bandanas before. And we were fooled again because those are like the bandit or mercenary icons out in the world. And then we get in here and they're absolutely pirates. They're not doing too much damage, but that could be because this guy's mostly an archer. He's got decent armor, though. He's not taking a lot from that ever-edge swing. Need to make sure that both of them are using the hack attack method. Yes, good. He is. Of course, he was already set to that. Arcalen, no, she's using swing. Let's also use hack for her. Ooh, good hit, Aaron. This is going fairly smoothly, if I dare say. The guys in blue bandanas seem to have a significant amount of health. Okay, good. Stealth went up. We might need that before the end. Her melee increased. Oh, his stealth went up too. Good. His spell accuracy did not. Weird. Oh, wow. Check this out. They dropped some really good stuff. This is a Malkian boar, which is, it's a great thrusting weapon, I guess, if you like things that have, you know, 15 hardness. Flaming arrows. Okay, we can stack those. And these are just Grulf arrows. It's weird to say, like, just Grulf arrows. That we're at that point in the game. This is wild, though, that that's what that one guy had, was the Montari plate. That's why he wasn't taking very much damage. And a tower shield, which is at 82% condition. What's his? 79. 75. Okay, well, I'm going to say let's leave it for now. And it'll be here if we need to come back for it. Okay. Put a sack marker here just in case. Ooh. There's kind of a lot on our plates in this episode because I don't know how extensive the castle is going to be. It looks like very much this is like the shepherd's headquarters. Ah. See, kind of like a dungeon level. Does not appear to be trapped. Good. Well, I believe that. Let's unlock it then. Ooh, first try. Oh my god, yes. Here at the very end, it's the return of Wide Potion. Thank you, game. We have some Wide Potion with us. We probably don't need that at the moment. And Steadfast Tonic, we've got some. Yeah, both of them have got some, so I'm going to leave this here in case we need it, and that way what we can do is we can use our Steadfast Tonics and our Wide Potion and not have to worry too much because we know that we've got more. Okay, now are these doors open? No, they appear to be decorative. Ooh, that's not decorative, though. Almost walked into that. Yes, surprise the enemy. Excellent, good. Y'all did say that it was going to be a lot of fights. But that's okay, because we still have skills to grind. Pirate Archer. Okay, that's who we need to get up to. these guys were... They don't seem super threatening, but they are tough. I want to make sure that they don't get away if possible, and that we grind our skills out on them. Okay, let's see. I'm going to have him put armor light on. Raise that defense magic skill. And you know, while we are in the grip of thrilling, dynamic turn-based combat, since this is apparently getting close to the end of Betrayal in Antara, man, it's been such a ride. We're gonna have to start thinking about, well, what we're doing next. I wanted to put it to y'all and see if you had a preference, because I feel like as the channel has developed, and I've started doing 3 streams a week, you know, 2 by myself and one with specific pixel, that we've kind of settled into a pattern of, you know, what we do on Mondays is mostly up to him, and it's kind of a combination of games that he hasn't played, or games that we can play together, or just games that he loves. And then we have, on Thursdays, sort of a grab bag of different genres of game, because we've done Titan Quest, we've done Blackthorn, you know, now we've done Disciples Sacred Lands, and of course currently we're doing Disciples 2, because y'all seem to enjoy the first game so much. And that leaves Saturdays have historically been like the open world party based RPG stream, and I'm happy with that if y'all are. I just want to make sure that you know, since I have such a large catalog of games that I can choose from that meet that criteria of it's got to be more than 15 years old, that I could play basically anything. So I want to make sure that you know, that I'm putting out there what you would like to see, as well as what's fun for myself. So I want to know what that is, if you have a preference. Because, of course, not everybody can make every stream. We get different people in chat and different people watching on YouTube each time, of course. And that means that some folks are going to want to see different stuff, or are going to be more or less entertained by different things. So, if this is kind of, you know, what you're on the channel for, then that's great. But if we want to mix it up a little bit, and y'all would like to see a different genre or a specific game, then let me know. You can tell me here in the chat. Think about it. We've got more than 1 episode left on this game, I'm sure. Go fill that in as we go. You can tell me here in chat. Leave it in the comments on YouTube when I upload this and add it to the YouTube playlist where it's got the entire series. Or follow me on Twitter and Facebook. And you can leave me your comments or DM over there. Oh, that's fair. They're probably right on the other side of this wall. Okay, there's some stairs. So that's... okay, and there's bad guys. Let's go back out this way and camp then. I think. Yeah, I getcha. Since we're right here, I'm just going to go to the inn rather than camping, if we're going to have to come all the way out of the castle anyway. Okay, we don't need to talk to you. We need to talk to her. No big deal, you know. We'll just rest another night. I'm sure that the people who are currently, like, in Lord Sheffield's castle slaughtering his people will wait patiently for us, and so will he. I know that everyone has mixed feelings on the subject of different games and of what to play next, about things like point-and-click adventure games or puzzle games. But I have to say, I've been watching Gab Smolders over on her channel play a series of Nancy Drew puzzle games, and it's very good. I mean that, like, of course it's fun to watch, but also I've been legitimately impressed by some of the puzzles. Not all of them, but by some of them for sure. And by the quality of some of the gameplay and game design in a way that I wasn't expecting to be. Because they churn those games out at a ridiculous rate. Like, I think the studio that produced them made like one every 6 months. Ooh, there's a keyhole. Okay. So that's gonna go down. So we will definitely have to come back there and explore when we find a key, inevitably. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's see here. I'm just going to put the stealth ring on and leave it on because I feel like we are a lot more likely to need that than to need scouting in here. And so far, stealth is serving us very well because we've gotten the jump on every group that we've encountered. Of course, now that I've said that, it won't happen again. They blocked him, so I'm just gonna... There we go. Come up and kill that guy. Spread out a little bit. Oh no. I've been trying to think about what games I could play after Antara, and of course there are so many. There are plenty of Might and Magic games left, and I know those are popular with y'all, and there are other games that are like that, many of which I have played, and many of which I have not. So there's like the Ishar games, Legend of Kyrandia, Lands of Lore, Wizards and Warriors, Anvil of Dawn, Eye of the Beholder. That could be fun. And of course, Specific Pixel and I have been playing... Well, he's been playing. I'm just along for the ride. I'm side seat gaming with him as he plays Chrono Cross on the Monday streams. And that's been a lot of fun, but so that means that we don't have to be restricted to PC games. I was thinking of a couple Super Nintendo titles I could do, perhaps. Oh man, yes. I love a lot of the games that were put out by Impressions through Sierra at that time, like the Caesar series. Lords of Magic was really good. And I actually do have Lords of Magic, not just my original copy, but also I have the GOG version. And that was a fun game with some pretty diverse, like, turn-based and RTS mixed tactics. Pretty unique for its time. I lost a lot of hours to that game, although it's been quite a while since I played it. Oop, I guess we can't go in there. Okay. We don't need to go in here, though. We just need to be able to click. The music for that game is very good. I also remember that game very fondly because that is one from like the era of when games came with swag. Like, of course, nowadays, if you buy a pre-order or something, then that's often the draw. Is that you get a printed map, or you get a medallion, or a collectible coin, or all kinds of neat stuff that is, you know, game merch, and that's great. But that's because like games have gone digital, so the physical stuff is extra now, and that means that you pay for it when you get it. And Lords of Magic, of course, was from the era when games still came in physical boxes. Ooh. Here we go. We gotta get on the other side over here. I'm terrified that I'll get stuck in the walls like in the Shepherd's headquarters. And what that means is kind of like how my copy of Might and Magic 6 came with like an unfolding cloth map of Enroth. So, Lords of Magic was one of those games that came with... Well, that was not worth 2 lockpicks, really. It came with like a rule book. Well, there we go. That was full of lore, not just game mechanics. Like it almost read like a novel. Oh, here, I probably need Shadow Ring. There was so much stuff in there that it had no real bearing on the game whatsoever, because it wasn't necessary to play the game for you to like know this stuff. Huh. But I remember staying up late and reading through it about why the lizard men and the Amazons were allied in the water faction and that kind of thing. They did. Games did come in boxes with stuff, and it was really cool. You young people nowadays, you don't know the glory of opening a cardboard box with a video game inside. They would be full of all kinds of stuff. There we go. It takes care of that. But yeah, no, that was very special because it felt like, you know, you could tell the developers were passionate about the game because they put so much work into it that really was completely unnecessary. They didn't have to do all that. Oh yeah, at some point, Planescape Torment absolutely must be played on the channel. I don't know if that'll be the next one that we play, but for sure that's gonna happen at some point. Let's see, I'm gonna do Adrenaline. I can't do 25 points, so I'll do 20. Because Planescape Torment is another game that I lost an enormous number of hours to and is absolutely one of my favorites. That's probably up there in my top 5 RPGs of all time. Definitely one of my top 5, if not my top PC RPG of all time. It, along with Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale, have aged, and they show that age as time has gone on, but of course they still have a thriving fan base. They've been remastered and re-released, and even if some of the gameplay has not necessarily aged the best that it could have over the last 20 plus years, the content is still really good, like the storytelling, because that is timeless. That really is. As someone who grew up playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, Torment is probably the game that really opened my mind to a lot of different stories and styles of storytelling that I had not considered before in my TTRPGs. I have to say, because Planescape was the setting that it was official, that like it broke all the rules. That's where you could have good aligned demons and evil angels and random people who were, just immortal, and so on and so forth. And so that was a trip the first time I played it, and it's definitely very replayable. There's so many moral choices and different ways to solve puzzles and encounters that I would really love to play that one with an audience at some point, and with like active participation from y'all in chat. Let's try that again with the other side. So yeah, it just comes down to what y'all would like to see. Like I said, I feel like we're kind of stuck in on Saturdays in a good way. That we are settled into a pattern of this is when we play big RPG games. Big as in, like sweeping content, party-based, rather than just having a single character maybe. And, usually lengthy games, because all of these series have run 20-plus episodes. So there are some sequels out there that we can draw on. There are new games that we could play, but I figure it's probably going to wind up being an RPG of some kind. But if y'all want to see something specific, then, I definitely want to make room for that. Okay, I don't know how much of this stuff we will come back for. I was talking with Pixel about it, and he was like, well, you loved Betrayal and Antara so much. You've had so much fun with it. Wasn't there another game like that was made by the same people? Why don't you just play that one? And of course, he was talking about Betrayal at Krondor. And I was like, I would probably play Betrayal at Krondor at some point, but I don't know for sure that I want to play it and Antara, like, in a row. Just because they are very similar. And even for those of you who really loved Might and Magic 6 and Might and Magic 7, I still think that it was a good thing that you decided you wanted to see Icewind Dale in between and kind of break them up, because they are so similar in gameplay that, I didn't want to play both of them right in a row. Yeah, we can play Return to Krondor. Now, Return to Krondor, I think, is comparatively terrible, but that doesn't disqualify it. That just means that we will have a different kind of fun with it. Because it also is a lot of fun to play bad games. Go. Somebody's armor got damaged and I didn't repair. There we go. Is this... Their backs are all turned, so I'm gonna... Oh, okay. If I'd gone around the other way, I probably could have surprised them. I've been tossing over a number of different nostalgic ideas. Games that I kind of want to play that I haven't played in a long time. And so I may throw some titles out for y'all on Twitter to vote on. Have you help me narrow it down. And of course I have my backup plans too, so that like if for some reason I find myself unable to make a decision by the time that it becomes necessary, I'll have something in my back pocket that I know for sure will be easy to set up and that I can play. Like, I've been thinking about 7th Saga. That's a game that I don't see a lot of people play. I think at last year's GDQ, or it may have been earlier this year during the winter GDQ, that someone did like a 7th Saga randomizer race, and that was insane to watch. But honestly, the craziest part of it was not that existed, it was that somebody at GDQ was playing 7th Saga. I was floored when I saw that thumbnail on YouTube. I couldn't believe it. Because I know for sure that I'm not the only person who's played that game, like, obviously. But sometimes it feels like it. Y'all have those games, like it's kind of an obscure game, or maybe it was a limited run, or it was kind of a cult hit. And yeah, see, that's another one. Legend of Dragoon. Like, you know other people played it, for sure, right? Like, lots of people played Legend of Dragoon because there still is a thriving fan base for that as well. And there has been some recent, some recent cries for it to get a sequel or an HD remake. For good reason, because it deserves one or the other or both, in my opinion. I would love to see them give it the Final Fantasy VII treatment, bring it back, do another pass over the translation, update some of the combat mechanics without changing too much, because Legend of Dragoon is definitely one of those games where what it had going on at the time is one of the things that made it special, and I wouldn't want that to be drastically altered. I would want it to feel very similar. Oh, okay, I can't hit him. But at the same time, that is a game that because I keep running into people who haven't played it, I feel like the only person who has, and we all know that that's not true. Man, they just keep dropping all kinds of good stuff, and weirdly at a time when we don't need it. I guess we could sell it all, but we don't need the money either. So, another map marker. There we go. Let's see here. I want to check it out. These big portraits up on the wall. I think that is his daughter. I think. And these, of course, are like the actual portraits that are used in conversation scenes. That looks like... I'm not 100% sure. I think that might be the opera singer that we had, or not opera singer, but the actress that we had to go talk to in Isten, maybe. That up there is Lord D-Bag, Lord Garvin from Imatsi. This is a fireplace. Wonder if that's what the Vanguard shield looked like. This is also Lord Garvin, I think. And that just looks like a guardsman. So that looks like everything. So we can't go downstairs yet, but it looks like there's 1, 2, 3 ways that we can go upstairs. So we're going to have to pick one of those. This looks like some kind of council hall or something, and it had like a great big staircase. This one winds around, and so does this one. That's just going to probably go straight up. Oop. Oh, okay, no, that's the treasure chest we had to loop around a minute ago. So... okay, is this just the way down? I thought... thought that was another staircase up. It looked like one. Doesn't it? There should be one right there. Is it in this room? No. Okay. Alright, well, let's start in the corner, I think. Let's go this way, because we all know left is right. I feel like this is the first time we've been in a dungeon like this where we had to actually go upstairs to another level. Hmm, there's a box. It does nothing. What's in the box? This is a bed. This is another bed. These are chambers with beds in them. Bed chambers, if you will. Extra ropes, you say? We do have a full stack of 8 ropes. Do you think that'll be enough? Because there is definitely a tool shop out there that we could go get more rope from. But surely one full stack is going to be sufficient. It's quiet. Too quiet. The second floor is suspiciously empty. Okay. Oh yeah, wow, skills are going up. I forgot I haven't checked in several battles. Melee defense. His assessment went up to 40, lol. Oh, spell accuracy finally broke 70, nice. Spell casting, which means, oh, look at this. There we go. Ooh, his create is at 92. Fire is at 94. Range is at 92. So at least a couple of our skills are going to make it to 100 before we get through this. And I'm very excited about that. I want to see if there are any more spells left, because there's got to be a couple. He's got too many magic skills that are like sub 80 that there has to be a couple spells we don't know about that are still locked behind those paywalls. Lock picking's at 88. Nice. Okay, cool. This is a weird way to build a castle. Let me go back the other direction before I go too far this way. Aha. I love this part of, like, open world adventure games. Just sneaking around, prowling through dungeons, and trying to unlock treasure chests and just get the thrill of, like, what's in there? Could be anything. It's probably something cool. Oh, you know what? Actually, we haven't used that in a very long time, but there we go. But that's a very good point. We do have that spell. Here we go. See, I forget about it sometimes, honestly, because it doesn't appear unless you are inside an enclosed area, like an underground cavern or a dungeon or a castle or something like that. If you're just out where there are trees and rivers, the spell doesn't even show up on the selection screen. Okay, so we've got almost all of this. I just need to go up this hallway and then do this little section here. And then this is the whole other half of the castle. And that must be the stairs that come up from the council hall. Good thinking. I'm glad that you reminded me of that. Okay. Getting tired and should rest soon. Well, if we're going to have to leave and rest anyway, let's try and get one more battle in before we do. I don't know how many dudes there are, but with a surprise round, okay, good. Not too many. And one is a mage. So what that means is that we can rest with Aaron a little bit. Kaylin can go ahead and pin this guy down. We'll recover some stamina. William will go grab this guy and keep him from running over here. The combat in this game, as we have discussed before, like, it definitely was one of the selling points at the time and continues to be. And I really do like the depth that it has with, like, the lively skill system, which is pretty complex. And, of course, I'm a fan of turn-based tactical combat anyway, where it actually matters where you're standing in relation to an enemy. So things like the facing, the zone of control, having to move around certain enemies in order to hit them from a certain direction. I like all of that stuff. I think that there are some QOL changes that could be made to it to make it a little bit better if the game was, like, gonna get a remake or something. Oh my god, can William please get a turn? There we go. Such as, I think it should matter if an enemy is flanked, because there are so few of you that if you are on both sides of an enemy, maybe you should get an accuracy bonus, or you should do additional damage when striking from behind. Things like that. Because the combat can be kind of unforgiving, and there are some difficulty spikes in places. But overall, even though there have been places where it gets a little bit repetitive, just because there's so much combat, where the game seems like a decision was made to lean on the combat really heavily in certain, like, in spurts. And I'm not always a fan of that, because it can wear on you. And part of that is because it is so brutal. We're far enough into the castle. I think I may just camp here. Oh, you're not going to let me. Okay, well, I'll go over here then. Nope. Okay. How much further do I need to go? Oh, I went the wrong damn way. But I do love this type of combat. I like what Antara has been doing with it overall. Here we go. Now we can rest. We'll just sleep in the stairwell for 33 hours. No big deal. Don't worry about it. And there are some enemies here. He's still got the shadow ring on. I save obsessively because it's easy to do, and I have to remind myself, like, that's not really necessary because it auto-saves right before combat. And I've said that before, and then, like, I still find myself doing it. It is what it is. If there's a quick save button, I will slam it like someone on a forum punching F5 waiting for a reply. Waiting for your crush to text you back. Put that on a t-shirt. Save your game like you're waiting for your crush to text you back. Is that anything? I don't know. But yeah, since we're getting close to the end of the game, you know, 41 episodes in, I can say, as I have said before, that the combat is my least favorite part of Betrayal in Antara. Oh, that guy actually ran away. He's the first one to get away. But that's still, like, that being said, that is in context of I have really come to love this game and appreciate it, and I'm very glad that I've gotten to play it finally after all these years, and to do so with y'all participating in this way. It's been a very positive experience, despite the couple times where I have ground my teeth because the game was like, how would you like 40 like combat encounters in a row? Like, no thank you, please. Oh, I'm sorry, did you say 80 combat encounters in a row? Oh, the betrayal. It's a good question. Okay, so we've talked a lot about other games. I'm trying to talk about Antara instead. Let me lay my theory on y'all. Don't confirm or deny, because I know some of you for sure have played the game. This must be Lord Sheffield's room. Come on, there's got to be something in the bookcases. Is there nothing? Is there really nothing? Wow, disappointing. Okay. So this is what I'm starting to suspect, right? Here are the clues. Something is up in Lord Sheffield's house. House Sheffield is caught up in some shady stuff. Caverton is sabotaging them. But it also seems like, based on what we have discovered, that Sheffield's mage Bryce might be the one who is responsible for sending that monster, which I think they called a griffin, after Gregor in the first place. And that, of course, is after we saw his daughter was walking around with a shepherd medallion, or whatever, is what Gregor said, even though he was spying for Lord Caverton. So, between him losing his grip on the salt mines and trying to get his daughter married off to William to ally with House Escobar, the shepherds, of course, are involved, but it seems like they are pawns, or like they're being played also, because the loser who was in charge of the shepherds did not seem to be in on the whole plan, because their mage betrayed him in order to magically transport the Imperial consort away and kidnap him after the shepherds had already kidnapped him. And she sent him somewhere because, of course, we fought and killed her, so she was not the one who put the wraith in him. But that was going down somewhere else. Over in the Ridgewood is where Gregor said that the wraith started to appear, and Lord Sheffield didn't want to seem like he wanted to believe that they were real, and Bryce really downplayed it. So it seems like maybe, I don't know if Lord Sheffield is involved. He might have taken up with the shepherds in order to try and fight back against Caverton, but it seems like maybe Bryce has something to do with this. I don't think Caverton's behind it, because if he was, Gregor probably would have known that Bryce was also Caverton's agent, that they were like co-spying or co-sabotaging Sheffield, which makes me wonder, because William has talked a little too much about how good and honorable a man Lord Sheffield is, if maybe Lord Sheffield himself is behind some of this. But I don't know. I feel like that's reaching for straws, grasping at straws, because, of course, his castle just got broken into. There were no guards outside, which William said was really weird, and then we came in here and found, like, everybody had been slaughtered by pirates. So it's down to whoever is behind the pirates. And since Lord Sheffield needs the shipping lanes, and that's one of the things that's hurting him, and the pirates were being, like, rallied or organized by somebody else, I don't know. I'm not sure. There's a couple missing pieces that we still need, that we don't have. But I feel like I'm starting to see, like, the outline of the puzzle is there, all of the edges. So I'm just trying to fill in the middle parts. Okay, now I've been looking at this while I have been talking my way through that. And first of all, I love this. The black axes, red swords, white morning stars, or flails. 4 white, we've got 3 white. And there's only 3 colors on this, which is interesting. This is like both the simplest one that we've seen and also kind of that makes it a little bit more complicated. We need one white. What is going to be the shortest path? I'm thinking if I drop, for every single white bead I drop, I'm going to get a red and a black. So if I do that, and then drop like these two, that's the same thing as if I drop them individually, right? So one white is red, black, two whites is red, red, black, black. So I feel like I need a way to translate all these reds and blacks back into 4 white instead of 3, which means that what we need is, in order to multiply the number of white ones we have, we need to get like doubles. So we need a total of 4 black and 4 red so that we can do this twice. So if I drop this, that's going to give us 1 of each. And then this is going to give us 2 of each, which will give us 3 of each total. So that's not enough to just do this, but of course it wouldn't just be like 2 steps. So if I drop, let's see, if I drop a double red, I'll get 2 blacks and a white. That gives us more black to work with. And that's 1 too many black. That's 1 more than we need. So if I drop 1 black, that's going to give us a white and a red. And then let's see. I think if I do this, then I think that's the way to go. I think if I do white, red, red, I'm going to get 2 more black, which gives us a lot. But then I can do white, black, black right here to get to red. There we go. There we go. I think that that's it. Because then let's see, if I do this, no, maybe. If I do, that's just trading back and forth, though. I think I almost had it, but I think I messed it up. Okay. Okay. I think I was on the right track. So 1 white, and then 2 white, and then let's see, what did I do last time? If I do black, and then if I do 2 reds, it's going to give me another white. So if I drop and then if I do a black over here, can't do anymore because they're all full. Crap. I think I got ahead of myself. I know this has to be the right first step. Is basically we have to get rid of all the white. Okay, then if I drop a black, and then 2 reds. And if I drop another black, and then I think I need to do this so that then I can do this. That's going to give me 3 red and 3 black. Yep, that's it. That's it. And then trade this for 1 white. There we go. Shoo-wee. Okay, that one strained my brain a little bit, and I am very tired. So, whew. And after all that, it's just a diamond and an emerald. Okay, well, the real prize was solving the puzzle the whole time. We found the Sheffield family jewels. Okay. Man, I wish there was something in those bookshelves. Whoop. It feels wrong that there's not, you know? Okay, need to go that way. That cleared out this section based on the Spelunker spell. Spelunker's Sight, or whatever it's called. So now we go down this long hallway, and we come up on this side, and it was like a ring of rooms and a couple down here. Ooh, whoa, that's way too close. Okay, we do have the shadow ring on. Ooh. Haha, I remembered. Autosave. Whew, in this case, the combat is almost a welcome break. Man. Need some Professor Layton music. I do love a good puzzle. More than most things in life. But if Dungeons & Dragons has taught me anything, it's that you have to have a balance of combat and puzzles, and that balance may be different for each individual player, but it is always there. Yeah, it really would be, actually, because we're at a point where I don't know what I'm going to do with things like jewelry and diamonds and emeralds, which is why I'm leaving them, and that's stuff that I would never have contemplated leaving that in the treasure chest and not taking it with me at earlier stages of the game. Y'all know that, you were there. But now we have so much money, and we have what seems to be the best equipment in the game, or at least most of it. So there's not really a point in farming for wealth. So if you could click on those bookcases and get a couple of books that did things like, you know, +5 to defense, or, you know, +5 to melee or something, that would be a real find. That would be very cool. And this would be a good place to hide them too, because we've never even seen a bookshelf except back in Kaylin's dad's old abandoned, like, mage laboratory. And then they were not even physical objects that stuck out from the wall. They were like textures on the wall, I think. Basically flat paintings. And at least here, they're actually like objects. So it's kind of disappointing that there's nothing that you can do with them. Yeah, God, my kingdom for a book of like +5 or +10 to spell accuracy. Why can't we find a tutor who teaches that? They've taught us every magic skill in the game, and I think we found one person who taught spell accuracy, And man, I would kill for some of those random mages that we met in all of these different villages and stuff. You just bang on their door and they're like, hey, do this random thing for me and I'll increase a magic skill by 10 points. Like, can it be spell accuracy? Please? I will do anything. I will marry you if it's spell accuracy. I will leave William for you, says Aaron. These guys are really hanging in there. Ow. That sounded painful. But it only did 3 damage, so it can't be that bad. There we go. At least Hotfoot is not just increasing spell accuracy, it's also increasing fire, range, damage, create. So that's good. Oh, good. That was the perfect time for a killing blow since she moved and blocked his line of sight. Yay, floor cash, yay, yay. Everybody got Montari plate mail. I'm glad that we have some and ours is blessed. We would be screwed without it. Okay, another bedroom. Are we getting all of that when we stick our heads in like that? I don't know that we are. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got the whole thing. Oop. More fighty fights. I'm so glad that their stealth skill is high enough that I don't feel like I have to worry about it too much now. Okay, archer. Also an archer. You know what? Let's do... We've got a bunch of send water, so let's actually use some of it to make our lives easier. Piracy does pay. Apparently. It must pay pretty well because we all know what that armor cost. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put armor light on him since there's 4 of them this time. When there's only 3, it doesn't seem to be necessary, but when there's 4, I don't want to take any chances. Because if I don't put armor light on, I know one of these guys is going to come down here and Montari plate or no Montari plate, they're going to kill Aaron in like 2 hits. Just because that is how Antara be. I actually think it's kind of cool, the little, like, tweak to their stats. Where Aaron has the lowest health. And so that means that when his stamina depletes, his skills begin to degrade faster than Kalen's or William's. But he has the most stamina, so it takes him the longest to get to that point if you are using stamina. Now, of course, for them, they're not really using stamina for anything other than extra hit points because they're not casting spells. So he's the one that we have to worry about all the time. So for them, stamina is just HP. Actually, here, I'm going to move back down here and try to get in a couple more Hotfoot spells. But it's like, you know, it represents, for him, stamina is MP more than it is HP. And I like the way that it feels. It's a very simple system, but it does what it's intended to do, I think. That lightning bolt took a while to wind up. Sometimes it does, though. Every time the game really has to think about what's going to happen next, though, it worries me. I kind of tense up and I'm like, oh, is this when it crashes to desktop? Because that's always kind of a going concern with some of these old games. Even the ones that have been lovingly updated by fans or by, you know, like people working for GOG. There we go. I don't think another armor light spell is necessary. I think we got this now. Excellent. Yes, good. Whew-wee, look at all of the tower shields. Floor cache. Smoked fish. Armor smith hammers. Speaking of which. Hey! Repair skill's still going up too. Love to see it. And somebody, there we go, he's got another whole unused hammer. Oh, that was Gregor's key. I was like, why do we still have that key? Okay, let's do this. There's a room in the middle right there. But we can't get into it. This door... Okay, so we need to do something to open that door. Like, it might take a key we don't have, perhaps. Let's go this way, because I think, yes, this is going to go to the stairs. There we go. So that takes care of that part of the map. I think you can step up on the beds. That also makes me nervous, though, because Antara do be Antara, though. Okay, that's most of it. We just have a couple more rooms. I know y'all said that Chapter 9... is not super short. It's combat heavy, but like it's not short. And so I know that we haven't been in the salt mines yet, if that's what that cavern is behind the castle, and likewise, we've not been to the lighthouse, and there's something that's got to go on there. So that's why I'm not too worried about sticking my nose around all of these different places here in the castle. Like, that seems to be, that's pretty much the whole map except for this one room that we can't get in. Normally I would be like, oh no, did I plan poorly? Is this actually going to wind up being the finale? Because we're almost done. There's nothing else left to do in the castle. But obviously that can't be the case. How do we get in there, though? Also, there is still that gate that goes downstairs. None of these guys were carrying, like, a key. We did open all the treasure chests. Have I missed one where I was jumping on the beds and maybe... Surely not. Like that there might be a treasure chest kind of behind the door. Be a good place to put one. Nope. I apologize if me spinning around in circles looking for stuff like makes you motion sick or something. I'm just like, woo! Yeah, and again, no key. So, there is definitely a room back here. But either it requires a key that we have to drop onto that door as an item, or there's like a lever we need to pull or something. We explored all of this. There wasn't something right here. Right? Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, where I'm just kind of spinning around and then suddenly you hit a dead end and you just kind of That is okay. That's the jewelry. Looks like I did not get the top edge of those rooms. I'm gonna go up there and see if there is anything at all that I missed. I remember being fascinated by that screensaver as a child because you could put your own pictures into it, so you could kind of make like a custom maze. Okay, is that another room or is that a painted on door? Let's find out. Okay, that's a painted on door. So this is the only room that we haven't been in. Yeah, I do like that when you cast the spell, it lasts until you cancel it, and then it goes back to the default map screen, the unenchanted map screen. That's actually kind of cool because that means that if you're looking at it and then when you end the spell by hitting the escape key or something, you see the parts of the map that have been revealed by the spell disappear and fill back in with Fog of War. And when the black covers them, you see them like this, you know, the chunks kind of reappear, so you sort of know where it is that you need to go that you haven't uncovered. Okay, well, I guess I must have missed something on the first floor. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Okay, so over here's the main room. And again, none of these folks had a key or anything on them. And those are too high up. We can't really interact because I feel like by the time that you're close enough to click on those, they've kind of disappeared up off the top of the screen. What in the world am I missing? Okay. Wait a minute. Could Gregor's key?
That's not right.
No, that's not right. But maybe it goes to the room up at the... No. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of out of ideas. Loosely speaking. I want to go over here to the inn and rest. As one does. I'm going to sleep on it. Yes, please. There we go. Okay, back up at full health. Skill check. Look at that. 88. Nice. Also, I notice he's got the stealth ring on. I don't think that your skills can actually go higher than 100 because previously, when our max was less than 100, things like the shadow ring would push it over the maximum. But here, like, we know that the shadow ring gives more of a bonus than 12 points. I think that like 100 is the hard cap, and even magical items and stuff cannot actually make it go over that, which is good to know because that means that if like, for example, William's stealth reaches 100 before the end of the chapter, then he does not need to wear the shadow ring anymore, and in fact can either give it to somebody else, or we could even sell it or stash it someplace. Her melee's up, stealth is up. See, same thing with him. He won't need the shadow ring soon. Spell accuracy's at 71. That's not bad. Spellcasting's gone up to 89. Create is at 96. Ooh, fire's at 99, y'all. Fire is at 99. Well, that makes sense. That is like, one of the early magic skills that he got. Electricity's also at 96. Oh, well, no, it's at 86, and then we've got plus 10 because of the kinetic staff. I would kind of like to see electricity hit 100 first, but I'll settle for fire. Range is at 95. Those are going up way quicker than these are, just because of the amount of combat that we've encountered, I think. Okay, so I'm going to try something, because there was a big deal made about Gregor's key, right? And Misha said, he told me it was the key to his heart. But I think that it might open more. And I just assumed that that was his room at the inn. Because we showed the key to the innkeeper. But just in case. Because he was like...
That's not right.
Okay, yeah. I figured that wasn't it. I didn't really think that was a big brain moment and would have been surprised if it worked, but still. I'm doing like, might and magic style. I'm looking for... Is there a switch on the arm of a chair somewhere? It doesn't appear to be anything. Well, we've cleaned out the whole castle. I swear it looks like there's supposed to be another staircase right there, and all I can think is that that's supposed to be the down staircase wrapping around the way this one does. Like there's a landing we haven't uncovered because we haven't been on it yet. So even though that looks like an up staircase and that's the down staircase, I think that that's what it is. It just looks weird. But that's the down staircase turning counterclockwise. Okay, arrows, food, other stuff, but not a key. Well, where do we go next? I mean, that's kind of it. There's nothing in this room. His great hall, I guess, sort of. Those aren't rooms, those are real fake doors. Well, I did that before. See, and right here, that's basically all that it uncovers. It's just that right there, I think. Okay, let me kind of memorize the map, and let's see when I hit escape. Yeah, that's it. That is it. It's just the staircase. So I've been everywhere. I feel like we were supposed to run into somebody, like find an NPC or something who maybe was meant to tell us more. Yeah, top floor is the same. See, we already need to rest again. Top floor is the same. This is the only thing that we haven't explored. Like, I'll cast it again. Let's take a look. But see, that room right there with the painted on door that's not open and we can't get into it, it's got to have something to do with that, because Spelunker's Star is showing us that there is a room in there that we should be able to get into. But see, that's it. It's just a little slice of the staircase. Because what's happening here, of course, I'm sure, is because I've seen this happen in similar types of auto map in similar types of game, is that when we go down this way and start to turn, the map switches to the other layer and starts tracking our progress that we've uncovered on the lower floor before it matches, like right here. So we're probably just never going to be able to uncover those little slices, but that's not important because we know that it's stairs. This right here is the only place that we have not been in the whole castle. Yeah, we know the party's fatigued. Lord, what went up? Oh. Detect poison, movement, and area? Movement is at 97. Wild. Still no new spells, though. So this right here. That's it. I swear, I feel like that's... If there's not an NPC we're supposed to talk to, then if we could find a key that we could drop on that door, and maybe it would pop it open, that would make sense. Because, like, then if the pirates had taken someone hostage, they would be locked in that room. Or someone locked themselves in their room to, like, try and escape the pirates or protect themselves from the pirates. But we're not getting a prompt. No conversation is happening. I can't do anything and click on it. So that may be a red herring. For all I know, that door or that room may not exist. It may be accidentally left in on the map and actually it's been cut back there. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. But we really have been everywhere, though. Like, where else is there to go? What else is there to do? It has to be that. Okay. We know there's nothing in this room. I'm going to just go around in a loop. Doesn't seem to be anything here. Again, doesn't seem to be anything here. Nope. I'm looking for out-of-place objects. Items that look like, you know, that kind of stick out as maybe we could click on them. Something catching my eye in the dark of the kind of painted on light source here. Nothing. And then if there's nothing here, which there doesn't appear to be, so let's see. Anything here? It's the last one. No. Okay. Let's go back to the other side and look. Because there are some other rooms over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then his rooms. I guess the Lord's rooms. Let's... Nothing. Because it has to be something like that, right? Like we have to be missing some kind of clickable object, or I have walked past a treasure chest that I am now not seeing. It's not the box, is it? It is not the box. Ooh. Did we? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I did go down to these rooms, but wait, look here. This room with a dresser in it, like, this treasure chest is not on our map. Small, unlocked, normal chest that doesn't appear to be trapped. This has to be it. Okay, a crumpled note, cellar key. This is it. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Ooh, the simple iron key might fit any of hundreds of locks in the Empire, but its size suggested the locket match was too big for a chest. William guessed a door was most likely. Practice sheet. Paper was creased haphazardly as if it had been folded accidentally or in a hurry. The page was covered with signatures, all of the same name, Cameron Sheffield. William had seen many documents signed by Lord Sheffield, and while the topmost signatures didn't look right, those at the bottom were dead ringers. Ooh. Okay, so someone has been practicing Lord Sheffield's signature for some reason. That lines up with what we found out about over at the bank. There was an account open in his name that was only ever interacted with by courier, and the banker said that Lord Sheffield himself had never mentioned the account. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. A brooch. Yep, we've got forgery. And look here, there's a nice dresser in here to kind of like draw attention to the room. But that can't be Lord Sheffield's rooms. Because these big nice rooms here with like the built-in study and stuff, that has to be his rooms. His and his daughter's. Oh, okay, well, fine, here. There, rest. See, because here's like the fireplace, a big 4-poster bed, a shared bathroom, and then down in here you've got this one with like the armor and stuff up on the wall, and the private library, and another fireplace. So this is the family's quarters. So if that's the case, the rooms closest to them, I would think, would be people who were important to them, people they felt safe around, or who they wanted close in case of emergency. Which means these 2 bedrooms would have been important people like the captain of his personal guard, and so forth. And I'm betting one of them might be Mage Bryce. I wonder if that's Bryce's room, and he was practicing Sheffield's signature. Follow my logic. Okay. Here we go. There we go. I love how they always leave one to, like, remind you it was there or whatever. Uh-oh, it got dork. Oh, good, I didn't realize we don't just have 8 ropes, we have 13, if we need them. Why did that torch not do anything? It's a good thing I can see that there are enemies there, because... Ooh. And Wicked Sorcerer. There we go, let's up that electricity magic a little bit. Yeah, right. Makes it so rough, those cellar twigs. It's true. You know, I've spoken about this with friends before. And I do feel like it's probably true that for every Gandalf, for every Elric of Melnibone, for every Belgareth the Sorcerer, there have to be like 10 Bob the Wizards, and I think I might have mentioned that even on the stream before. They just don't rise to infamy or fame or whatever the way that that a good solid Gandalf does. So, like, maybe that's this dude's problem, honestly. Maybe he's trying to make a name for himself. Yes, see, you get it, yeah. There are some who call me Tim. Man, these damn shields. There we go. Turn him around. And then you're just going to have to cast Armor Light. I don't think there's any way around it. I don't know. I'm just going to go whole hog because I don't know how long this battle's going to drag out with the shields popping like that every time. Oh, good. Okay. That feels better. That feels worse. That did not feel good. Hey, hey! Welcome. You came at a good time. We are deep into this final chapter. I don't know how much of this game is left. I've been told that there's more than it seems, but they hid the cellar key pretty well on me, so I don't know how much further I would have gotten if I didn't have to spend 20 minutes looking for that. Yes, I have heard that story, that it was supposed to be some big, long, multisyllabic, ridiculous made-up fantasy name, and John Cleese literally, like, either forgot it or decided not to say it, and was just like, Tim? Which is almost... But that and just his delivery, of course, is why there's, like, a question mark at the end of it. There are some who call me... Tim? Oh boy, okay, so there's going to be a whole nother level down here. I don't know why our torches are not working. Now that I'm all the way down here, I'm going to try lighting another one. No? Wow. That sucks. Because it is kind of hard to see down here. I hope y'all can see. And I don't have to, like... Hopefully I don't need to adjust the brightness, like, in post or something. Because this blue palette is like, good. I seem to be able to just walk through these boxes, honestly. Okay, there's dudes in that room. And if there are dudes, then we must rest. No. They're all the way over there. Let me sleep. Oh my god, let me sleep. There we go. What increased this time? Oh, his defense went up. Good. Her melee finally broke 80. Nice. His is going to hit 90 before the end. Range is at 96. We're so close. I'm waiting. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just going to have to spam hot foot all the next battle. I have to, because we've got to hit 100. We've just got to. Okay, let's see. This was the dude room? Yes, this is the room of dude. Are you wearing... Okay, he's got the right ring on. Damn it, Kaylin. Yes. It really is. It's like they just kind of thud. It's like, are you guys okay? Okay. Well, a bunch of them just like skipped their turns, even though it wasn't a surprise round. Wild. I mean, if they want to do that, that's fine. I'm not mad about it. I am gonna cast Armor Light on Aaron, though. Oh, they're ganging up on William. That won't last long, though. Look at this mage came over here to, like, get in a stick fight with Aaron, and Kaylin's just gonna be like, nah, fam. Let's do another Hotfoot. Because I'm still trying to build spell accuracy. I know that probably fire's gonna hit 100 after this fight. But it's still worth it to build the spell accuracy just because it is such a cheap spell. Mage, you've gotta you gotta go, my brother. You gotta get gone. This is... There we go. I was about to say that's gotta be it. That has to be the last straw. This is helping his range and damage go up as well, so... There we go. Another one bites the dust. Oh, that guy was like, nah. You just killed a wizard and both of my friends. I'm out of here. I don't even know if that dude was damaged. That's kind of funny, actually. To wit, let's debuff that guy and slow him down. Maybe he'll die a little bit quicker than his friend did. Man, need to double check their armor when I get out of this fight, but it is so nice to know that I don't have to worry about whetstones for the rest of the game. Don't even have to pick them up. Whetstone? Don't even know her. This dude really is just hanging on. There we go. Keep holding on. Ooh, some oil. Oh, one of them had a flaming boar, too. You've got oil. Now, if I remember correctly, I think oil doesn't stack. Yeah. Yeah. But one of them needs to hold it. She has 11 Fidali leaves that she's probably not using. Can I? No. Okay. Well, here, let me do their armor first. There we go. And I'm actually going to go ahead and... Does he have space for that? Well, he has a bunch of bowstrings. You can have them back in a moment. There we go. Okay, that creates a little bit of space. We actually don't need this Malkir's serum. I think I grabbed it because it was in a chest and I wanted the chest to be empty. But we really don't need it. Because she's got 2 oil, 3 oil. So you take that oil. Because she gets more hits than William, so... Okay, I hate how dark it is in here. That's kind of disorienting because even the map is dark. See, more dudes. Alright, no basement twigs this time. Ooh. Look at that. They're all lined up so nice. Flaming arrow. Let's just use the regular... Those are poisoned arrows, I think. You are a pirate archer. Have a taste of your own medicine. And... likewise, you know what? Let's make absolutely certain that he's gonna hit. And let's just do a big hit. Let's just do it. There we go. Burn, baby, burn. I'm just gonna move him forward. I'll die without knowing for sure exactly how the phases work in Antara combat. But, like, it is what it is. There we go. I forgot to check, but if our fire skill is not at 100 after this, then I don't even know. Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, that sound effect is kind of like, Let's see. Let's do this. Ah, that's what I wanted to see. So Geyser does cancel fire-based effects. So if you're burning, or if you have a flaming sword, puts it out. That's okay, because we probably need to be using Hot Foot anyway, still. Not for the fire magic at this point, but for the spell accuracy, for the range magic skill, the damage magic, the create. I do want to level water up also, but I want to focus on what we're closest to maxing out first. Because if this was me designing this game, then, I mean, there would be a big spell trapped behind that last skill cap. Man, they got a bunch of stuff. Look at that. See, like, I can barely see where the markers are even at. Gross. Okay, skill check. Stealth went up to 89. Stealth went up to 69. Nice. Our archery 72, which is higher than his spell accuracy. Assessment went up. 89. 72. There we go. That's it, folks. Look at that. 100 points in fire magic. That's cool. So, regardless of what else happens, if we don't max out every single skill, then at least we did get one skill to maximum. 100 of 100. Create is really close behind, and so is range. Did that unlock anything? No. Okay, so some other skill. There's a doorway in there, but I want to see what's in here first. It's like some other skill is blocking us. We need more ranks in something else. Oop, there's a chest. So if there is a super-powered spell behind rank 100 fire magic, then we need something else to see what it is. There we go. Okay. Locked to normal chest. Doesn't appear to be trapped. Okay. There we go. Ooh, and his lockpicking went up. Yes. Sen water. Awesome. Free sen water we love. And herbal powder. Who cares? I will mark it on the map, though. You never know. Oop. Herbal Poder. Okay. Back on with the shadow ring. Ooh. Look at this. This is way too dark. I'm gonna try... Okay, now how come that works and a torch wouldn't work? See, look at that. Now we can see the whole damn thing. So did they... Is that how they got into the castle? They dug a tunnel? Oh, here. Moonlight's gotta last longer than that. Ooh, I see dudes. Yeah, it must be a bug, because there's been 1 or 2 times when that's something similar to that has been bugged as well. Okay. These are just regular pirates. There's only 3 of them. I think that we're probably good not to have to use too much magic. As long as we lock these guys down and they don't go for Aaron. I'm going to keep using Hot Foot because we had a couple of other relevant magic skills that were at like 99. So, whoop, that shot off into the dark. I hope there's nobody back there that we didn't want to hit. Get off my boyfriend. That sounded lewd. Get away from my boyfriend. There we go. Try that again. There we go. See, that's what 72 spell accuracy looks like. That's a little bit better. I hope it didn't. So far, there haven't been any innocent men in this castle, though. So, like, chances are good that if we are in a secret tunnel that was dug into a castle in order to assassinate somebody, or whatever's going on here, that very probably there are no innocent men involved. Oh god, what if it was? I mean, for one thing, they wouldn't have done a terribly great job of building that up. Because, like, the Montari have been decent people, but if they just decided to turn on the Emperor, I mean, I might be a little surprised, but it wouldn't shake me to my core. Like, I wouldn't call it great storytelling. Yeah, what a twist! Okay, this guy's too close for Hot Foot, so let's try something else. How about... There we go. How about a little assistance? Fight your friend. There we go. That's magic, baby. Oh, he's still got stamina left, too. I mean, I hate to think that that's a good point. You're less wrong than you should be, is what I'm gonna say about that. Okay, now this guy's gonna turn around and try to kill us, so let's see. First of all, let's get him away from Aaron. Oh, no. Oh, he's still charmed? I thought that's supposed to wear off automatically, like when you, There we go. Okay, it's just on his next turn. That's what happened. It's supposed to wear off automatically when they are the last foe left alive. Which is a nice touch, I guess. Like, there's no sensible reason for the spell to work that way, but in terms of game mechanics, that it makes perfect sense. Hey, y'all could hit any time. Let me help, says Aaron. You guys. Oh my god, damn those shields. Everybody's got tower shields. No one's allowed to have tower shield but me. Rude. That is touch spells. I just opened that up and just like looked at it. I was like, what am I doing in here? Hey guys, do you ever open your spell book and just stare into it, wondering what you're doing in there? It's kind of like when you go to the kitchen and you just open the refrigerator or like the cabinet and you just stare into it. You don't know what you're doing. You're waiting for answers to present themselves. Wrong spell. Anytime. There we go. Thank goodness. Alright, I had about enough of that guy. I hate that those tower shields are just as good for them as they are for us. Whew-wee. Okay. So let's see. There's a tunnel. That's where we came in from, I think. This is nothing. And then, uh-oh. Okay, we got a lot of branching paths. Well, I wonder where this is going to come out, and I wonder who dug it, and why they put it here, and what they're after. But I think that is all going to have to wait until next time. This seems like a good place to leave you all on a bit of a cliffhanger. We're going to have to choose which direction to go and which tunnel to pursue first. Of course, we are going to wind up following all of them. That's not in question. I mean, we've got to 100% this, right? So, we will see what we can see. We've got a lot of skills at 100 suddenly. I'm liking this, and some that are very close. Still no new spell unlocks, though, which is wild. But that's okay. That's for us to worry about next time. So, come back next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is New York and Miami time here in the U.S., for the next part of Betrayal in Antara, which will be episode 42, which may be the finale. I don't know, because I'm not sure how much game there is left, so I feel like I'm at a point with this game where I have to treat every episode from now on like it might be the end. So spread the word, make sure that you come back and catch it in case it is the last episode. And if you missed any previous episodes, then after you follow and sub here on Twitch, if you haven't already, you can hop over to my YouTube channel and you can follow and turn on notifications there, because that is where you will find the playlist that has all of the previous episodes, as well as all of the other series we've got on the channel. And don't forget to message on Twitter, or on Facebook, as well as in the comments on YouTube. Let me know what you want to see next on the channel. If you have a specific game that you'd like to play. We talked about some in chat today, but if you have some that you feel strongly about, or if you have a particular genre, or if you just agree that you want the Saturday streams to continue being kind of like the big open world RPG long plays, then that's also fine. So let me know how you feel about that. And I'll see you in the next stream, whether that is Monday, Thursday, or Saturday. And until then, as always, thanks for playing.